Okay guys, Swiss Mois Dilani Python Dinada Sana. So you're welcome to this course. In this session you are going to cover how you can develop a movie store or a movie web application which is special for watching movie online and downloading movie. So in short, this simple web application is going to be developed by using Django and JavaScript, specifically Ajax. The core functionality of this simple web application on the front end, I mean the end user of this web application will be able to perform live search by using Ajax, watch the movies online and download. On the other side of admin dashboard, admin will be able to only upload the movies by using names, movie, I mean the content, video content, and the thumbnail of the movie. So that's all about the coverage of this course. So let's check out the demo how it works. So here, as I've told you that we are going to perform Ajax live search in Django. So user will be able to perform live search like this. Okay. You can see these are the movies which contains letter D. Here there is Samson and Delilah, there is a Legend of Python, Into Darkness, Motec Legend. So if user wants Samson and Delilah, we'll let you click the movie. Then after, user will be able to play the movie. Okay. User will be able to view or to watch the movie on full screen. That's it. But also user will be able to download the movies. Okay, you can see all functionality which makes movie available to the user are present. So user can play the movie. Okay guys, Swiss noise the learn Python dinada sana. Perfect. But also user can download the movie. Okay, as you can see the content are actually downloaded, and here I can play the movie on my local computer. So this is all about the end user of this web application. But as I've told you that admin will be able to download, admin will be able to upload the movie, and they will use the Django default admin dashboard. So here for demo purpose, okay, let me log out so as you can get the real rhythm of this web application. So here I'll log in with my credentials. So admin will have to log in, then after admin will be able to add the movies. So here I can put any name. I'm just making stuffs up. Okay, so this can be my, let me say Queen of My Life. We are assuming this is the name of the movie, Queen of My Life. Choose the video. Okay, let me say this is the video. Perfect. Here I'll choose the thumbnail. Okay, let me take any thumbnail here. Perfect. Then after click save, you can see Queen of My Life is added. And once I come here, without refreshing the page, when I say Queen, you can see it performs Ajax live search. So this is what you need to expect at the end of this course. What are the benefits you're going to you are going to get after watching this movie? Actually, it will expose you to some core functionality of Django, like uploading the video, downloading the video, but it will also expose you to the important JavaScript concept, like how you can perform asynchronize request to the backend by using Ajax. It will expose you with the beautiful skills for web development we are going to use Bootstrap to actually design our web page. But before we proceed, okay, so this was actually at the beginning was the page designed by using Figma. So you can go there to Figma, log in and try out how far you can go on web design. So at the very beginning, I designed this web page. Then after, I built or I developed something like this, and I highly recommend you developers try out to design your page before you develop. As you can see, the web page is very simple. It does not contain a lot of details, but also the content of the page really communicate. There is, you can see the chemistry of this page. You can see this color matches with this color match with, you can see a lot of stuffs. I think I'm talking too much, and we need to go. We need to start our implementation. Okay. So uno, dos, tres, vamos. So guys, here we go. What you actually need in your computer, make sure you have installed the Python, right? And make sure that you have installed the coding editor of your choice, but I highly recommend using VS Code. Okay. So if your computer is installed with Python, I would like it to, let's open CMD, right? Then after, let me go here on desktop. So you can see this is my folder, programs, right? Here there is Python. What I actually need to do here is, let me copy this link and change directory here, right? So here I'm in this directory, right? But what you can see here, this is actually a virtual environment install. Created virtual environment with installed packages. I'll not create the visual environment, but I'll show you how to create visual environment. So the command is Python mvenv. Okay, I can say my venv, my visual environment. Okay, you can see visual environment with name my venv is created. So what you need actually to do here is to create a visual environment with the name venv. So I hope your command should be something like this. Python venv will create a visual environment like this. After that, I assume that you have already installed Python, right? But also you have installed the visual environment. So install Python, is install visual environment, install coding editor. That's all. So after that, what I'm going to do here, if you don't know how to create visual environment and how to activate, you can check out on my previous videos. I have already lectured how you can do this. So after that, let me delete this because as I've told you that I'm not going to use this visual environment. That perfect. The visual environment I'm going to use is this one, and I'm using this visual environment because I don't want to install packages from the scratch, as here you can see I'm not connected to the internet. So this is command on how you can actually activate your visual environment in Windows. Okay, so if you're using Linux, there is another way to create a visual environment and how you can activate a visual environment in Linux. So this is actually stands for the name of visual environment, then after scripts, activate. What you need to be careful is, you see here there is something will change. Okay, so let me press enter. You can see venv means that we are already in visual environment, and there is inside of visual environment you need to install Django and install pillow. So we need to run the two command pip install Django. Perfect. This command will install Django in your computer, but also you need to install Pillow, which is Python packages for images. Okay. So install Python, install VS Code, install Visual Environment. Then after installing Visual Environment, after installing Visual Environment, you will need to create a Visual Environment. You will need to activate in Visual Environment. Then after inside of your Visual Environment, you will need to install Django and a Pillow. So to check out the packages list installed in your Visual Environment, I think this is command. You can see pip listing. It actually lists the packages installed in your Visual Environment. As you can see, the custom packages installed in the Visual Environment is Pillow. You can see Pillow of version 9.3.0 and the Django of version 4.1.4. That's perfect, right? So we are done. I hope no one is lagging behind, and if you have questions, do not hesitate to put a comment below the video and I'll reply you as quick as soon I see your comment. So I think that's okay. As I told you that we're going to use a VS Code, right? So here we are going to create a project on our CMD. So to create a Django project, the command is Django admin, then after start project. Then after follows with the name of project you want to create. Here, as you can see, there is already a project with the name move up. Okay. What I'm going to do here is to create a project with the name movie store, right? That sounds cool. So this is movie store. Perfect. We have successfully created a Django project with the name movie store. After that, I can be able to actually change the directory to movie store. Perfect. After creating Django project, what next is to create a Django application, and the command is very simple. Okay. Instead of start project, the command is start up. So we need to start application, and the name of application is going to be core. Means it has actually no meaning, but I want to say this is going to be our core application in movie store project. So press enter. Then after, once you navigate inside the movie store, you need to see, or you should be able to see core, which is install the Django application. So here we start to use the VS Code, right? So what we need to do, you can right click or do whatever, then open with VS Code. If that's impossible for you, you just need to start VS Code manually. Then you will click on file, then open folder. Then after you will browse the folder of, your project folder. That's perfect. So we are done with CMD. So let us close the CMD. After that, you need to open up terminal. Okay, new terminal. You can see this is shortcut Control Shift. Then this is simple command. So I just open by command. So this is actually the terminal. So here on terminal, as I've told you that we are going to use the visual environment. So I'll actually need to activate the visual environment, and the name of visual environment is vmv scripts / activate. That's perfect. Okay, let me see. vmv. Okay, so let's change the directory. So here we need to learn this. That's perfect. So because we have already created a Django project and we have actually created a Django web application, we are now able to run Django default development server by command python manage py run server. Okay, that's perfect. So I can press enter. Okay, no, we need to change it directly to movie store, which is our Django project team. Then after, let us run Django development server. You can see we are able to run Django development server. And once I navigate here on the browser and type something like this, you can see the install worked successful. Congrats. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, muito obrigado, asante sana, aita. So we are good to proceed. So after this, we actually needed to do the following things. Okay, we're going straight forward to our setting and configure some important configuration. Okay, so here we go. I'll choose to increase the font size of it's too bigger. I think this is perfect. So I'll remove everything. We need to remove this, right? So here let me minimize. Dot pass. Okay, that's perfect. After that, the next thing we need to do here is to register the application we have created. So here you can put comment like third party application. Perfect. Then after, register your application. Okay, after that, the next thing we need to do here is configuration of templates. These are actually HTML files. Okay, so we needed to specify the path where we needed to load these templates, I mean HTML files. So this means that we want to load the HTML template at the root of our web, I mean at the root of our Django project. So this goes with creating a folder for storing these HTML pages. So once we let's get in more tech store, then after let us create a folder with the name templates. So inside of this folder will be storing HTML pages. Perfect. After the configuration of templates files, we need to make configuration of database. And the type of database you're going to use is SQLite, which is Django, the Django default database. Okay, we need to cut this and paste it here. So this is okay, right? So after configuration of our database for our project, the next thing we need to do here is to configure the static files and the path of media files. I mean the files uploaded to our Django web application. So here you can see this is static. So what we really express here is we want to load all static files from the root of our project folder inside of a folder named static. So this goes with creating this folder. So here let's create a static files, a folder for storing static files. That's perfect. So let me put it here. That's perfect. We are done with these static files. So after that, let us configure where to load it. I mean uploaded files. So we want to load all uploaded file in folder named media in the root of our project folder. So let's create this folder media. That's perfect. Okay, let me see if let me find something media URL. Okay, there is no something like this, so let's copy. You just copy it. Perfect. We are done with configuration of important things for our Django project. So let's check out if our Django development web server is not running. So let us run it. Okay, static is not a tuple or a list, perhaps trading comma. Okay, I think there is something not correct here. So here, I think this warning is because of this. So you can see no issues. can actual. Okay, let's terminate and run it once again. Still static, should not contain static root. Okay. Okay, here there is static root. This should be static files. And let's see if there is warning. Perfect, there is no warning rather than an applied migration. So let us run migration. So the command is make migrations. Make migrations. Okay. Then we need to migrate. That's perfect. Let us create a model which is special for storing the information, or actually in Django model is like a table. So I can say let us create a table for storing movies. Okay, this is pretty simple. So the name of model will be video. So I don't want to complicate. So we don't want to complicate video. So it's models.model. We put a title, child field, max length, perfect. We also need the video, models dot file field, upload to videos. We need the last column for our table, which is thumbnail. As I told you that admin will be able to upload the title of a movie, the movie itself, and the thumbnail. So this should be small letter. Models.image field. So we need to upload it to videos slash thumbnail. Okay, default. We actually don't need this, so let me just leave it as it is. Return title. That's perfect. After creating this model, or after creating this table, we need to run migration. So make a migration. Then we need to migrate. Perfect. Let us run our Django development server. It's okay, no warning. Okay, we are good. So if you have downloaded SQLite browser, okay, it is a db browser, db.browser. I downloaded something like this and I installed it yesterday, right? So if you have downloaded it, db SQLite browser, you can use it to actually see the tables present on your database. But this does not really matters for you unless otherwise you want to check something, or if you want to check it, let's say if you want to check if the data are correctly saved to your database. So you'll need actually to download the DB SQLite browser, install and open up your database to see how data are saved in your database. So it is db something like this, db.browser.for SQLite. Okay, that's perfect. We are good. So after creating a model, what we actually need to do here is let us open admin. Okay, here on admin we need to register the model. First of all, we need to import the model. .models import, we need to import video. Then model list is video. Then admin.site.register model list. That's perfect. After that, let us create a super user. Okay, you can see let me save this. Admin site has no re. Okay, let us create a super user. Create a super user. Okay, did you mean create a super user? So this is actually a command. Then after press enter. So I leave blank. So my super user will be Motec and the email is motec@motec.com. Password is Motec. Confirm the password. Too short? Yes, accept. Perfect. We have successfully created a super user. So let us run our Django default development server. Okay, since we have successfully created a super user, we can actually try out to log on admin dashboard. Put the username, but also put the password. Log in. You can see videos. We are able to add video. I can say Samson and Delilah. So let me say this is our first movie, Delilah. I don't know if this is the correct spelling for Delilah. Delilah. I think this is perfect. Okay. So I can say this is Samson and Delilah. Those are the thumbnail, Sam and Delilah. Perfect. Then after save, we can add another movie. Can say into darkness. Choose the movie. Okay, let me come here. Into darkness. So let me say this is the movie. I open. Okay, choose the thumbnail into darkness. Then after I save. Let us add another movie. First of all, let us browse. Right. So we can say American Ninja. Copy the name. Find a thumbnail. Then after save. We can add the extra movie. So Legend of Python. Let's say this is a movie. Let us copy the name. Here we put the name. Right. Legend of Python. Then after save. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uno, dos, tres, 4. Let us add the last movie, which is something Legend Motec. Motec Legend. Copy the name of the movie. Then after open, paste the name. Right. Motec Legend, the thumbnails. Then after save. So you have uno, dos, three, four, five. 5 movies. So actually we are now done with admin dashboard. We'll actually not deal with admin dashboard no more. We have created a super user, we have logged in, and we have uploaded the content. So we are going to deal, we can actually even log out. The business is done. So we are going to deal with the front end, functionality. These are the functionality for the end user of our application. Right. So here, what we can actually do here is let us open URLs of movie. Let us remove everything from here. You can actually copy this and paste it here. So here at path, put comma, then after include. Right. Then after here, I should be include. core.urls. Okay, from Django.conf. We need to import a setting. We need to import settings from django.conf.url. From django.conf.urls. .static. We actually need to import static. After that, if settings .debug URL patterns to be static, settings .media URL comma, document root is equal to settings dot media root. Okay. So here, what we actually need to do, let us copy this, open core, then after create URLs, py, and after paste the content, remove this, then after here, can say views, then after here in views we needed to create a view index, return http response hello world. That's perfect. Then after from Django .http import http response. Perfect. Then after here we need to say views dot index name index. That's perfect. So here we have created a single Django view which is index and it returns HTTP response hello world. So let us remove this everything from here. That's perfect. So when we come here and refresh, you can see hello world, right? That's very cool. So the next thing, here I have resources file. Okay, no worry about everything because I'll upload the source code to the git repo, so you'll have just to visit it. You will have to click the GitHub link below the video description and clone your source code. So here, let me copy the content in static files. Then after paste them here. So here we have image, which is our background image, as you can see. But also we have a favicon image, right? So another thing to take from resource is template files. So let me copy them. Then after, let us paste them in our movie store. Here we need to create a folder, core, then paste them in. So after that, render, okay, render return. So here we need to change return render. Here this should be return render. Here we need to say request. After request, let's say call slash index.html. HTML. That's perfect. What happens if we refresh the browser? You can see this is actually HTML page returned here. You can see the page is not looking awesome because we are yet to link the page with Bootstrap. Okay, we are yet to put the background image and so on. Alrighty, so what we actually need to do here in our index file, the first thing is to link it with Bootstrap. So if I come here, not here exactly, right? So here, okay, also need a script. Okay, perfect. Let us open our index file and see how far we can go. Okay, move it up. This is our index file. Okay, let us save. So here we need to actually link this with Bootstrap static. Let me show you our Bootstrap file. Our Bootstrap offline link. So here on in static css bootstrap.mini.css. css slash bootstrap.min.css. That's perfect. We are done with linking our web with Bootstrap. Once I refresh, okay, you can see there is error here because we are yet to load. Add something, load static at the very end of your index HTML file. Once you refresh, you can see something. It's amazing, right? Okay, after that, we actually need to link our web application with offline jQuery, right? So here I can say source. So this is static. Then after JS slash, let me show you the JS, the jQuery file we want to link. So right click, copy the name .js. That's perfect. And how do you test if you have successfully linked your page with jQuery? So you can try something like this. Just put a script here and try out something like this, console.log. Not console.log, you can actually try something like this. Document.ready, then try out to put a function, console log hi. Perfect. Let's click inspect. Okay, you can see hi. We are able to display something. This means we have successfully linked our page with jQuery, right? That's perfect. So this is actually useless. This was just for testing purpose, right? So after that, let us set up our favicon. If you can see here, there is no favicon, right? There is just this the default favicon. So let us put our custom favicon. Icon, type is image, png. I'll choose to put the size, which is 32 times 32. Then after put the path for our favicon, which is image. Let me show you the favicon. So here in static image, copy, paste, .gpg. So once we refresh, you can see some changes here. Look here. Perfect, you can see some changes. After that, in short, as you can see, our web application is mainly divided into two main div. I mean, the design was to split this web page into halfway. I mean, the halfway division. So there is right side and there is left side of our web page. So on the right website, on the right side of our web page, we need to put the background image. I can clearly show you here. So here is our body, here is our row. Row is divided into two main div. I can put comment here. I can say first beginning of first div, not first, we can say beginning of left side. Can actually copy this comment. It ends here. Beginning. So end of our left side div. Here we can say beginning of right side div. Copy and it ends here. We can say end of end of right side div. So here we have image, the background image, static, cut, paste. Here you can see the ID of this div is right div, and it has some CSS properties here. So this is CSS. Background position is the center, no repeat, contain. There is height, there is margin right, margin mean width, margin left. That's perfect. So let us refresh. Perfect. You can see the design. Before message. Anyway, so this is actually our design. So we are done with actually uh, the creating of front end, okay, page. As you can see, it is very responsive as the size of user increases. Perfect. But that's not all about our project. We need to do something here. Okay, as I told you that this project will expose you to not fundamental only, but also advance the concept of Ajax, right? So here what we are going to do here is to perform a live search. Okay, so here inside of JS, inside the static, this is a static. uh Here JS, I'm going to remove everything. Okay, here I'm going to create JavaScript function which is live search, and this function, let me make this as simple as, so let's say console log, right? Hi, right? Okay, so after that, this is our index.html. So inside of index.html, we need to load that JavaScript file. Okay, we need to load the JavaScript file so as everything done in our index.js can be interpretable. So open up index HTML file. Then here we actually don't need to write everything, because here we loaded the JS file, so it can be copying and pasting. So the name of our file is index.js file, right? As we know that we have form and we are going to perform live search here. So what you need to do, okay, what you actually need to do here is on key up, we need to call the function which is live search, something like this. So when user type something, we need to execute this live search, which is JavaScript function created in index.js and loaded at the bottom or at the closing body of our HTML page. So that's perfect. You're going to refresh here, right click, console, right? So when I type something like this, properties trim, okay, I know what is happening here. So let us copy this and open it in incognito mode. Console. So when I click D, you can see high, high 4 times because we have typed D 4 times. So that's perfect. So after making sure that the function we are calling here is able to execute, we need to do our stuffs. Perfect. So our live search function, JavaScript function, will actually be taking a value, okay, and it is going to be this dot value. I mean the current value, okay, typed or put by user. So here we need to say this dot value. Okay, then after, let us come up here and say we want to take a value. So let's say console log value. Let us refresh. Let me say Noel. You can see we are able to console log the value put by user. But what we need to do with the value put by user, we need to send it to the Django backend. So we can say value is equal to value dot trim if value is not equal to empty, do the following. Okay, we need to call Ajax URL search we actually need to specify the data we want to send asynchronous by Ajax search text value, the data type is JSON, success function okay. Here we'll need to actual console log. Let's end up here console log data, right? That's perfect. As you can see here, it takes the request is going to send in URL with name search. Okay, so what we actually need to do here is to create this function which is Django view. So here we can say def live search, then after request, right, we can say return none. So let's come up here. We would like to copy this paste it here. So this should be search. So the name is live search. So this is should be search. Okay. So what we are actually going to do here is to create a Django model which is search the information in model video, then after return the data into JSON format. That's perfect. So let us open up views here. Okay, so the first thing we needed to do here is to receive the request from the user or from Ajax request. You can say text is equal to request dot get. Perfect. What we'll receive here is this search text. Okay, and the search text will have the value of data sent to the backend from Ajax. So here, search text. So here we can try out to print. Okay, print text. Okay, then after, let's say movie list is equal to, let us import from dot models import video. So here we can say video. Okay, video dot objects dot filter. You want actually to filter a movie based on the title, because when a user come up on our web application, will try out to search a movie by its title. So let's say title I contains text. Okay, here we can print movie list. This is for diagnosis, I mean for debugging purpose, but will optional remove them, right? So after having movie list, we actually needed to convert Django query set into JSON with the help of serializer. Okay, so we needed to import from Django dot core import serializer. Okay, perfect. After that, we can say result is equal to serializers dot serialize. Movie list. Then after return into JSON response. Perfect. So let us import JSON response. Copy this Perfect. So let's go. Try out to refresh. So they'll be checking what happens on the front end on the back end. Open up a terminal. So let me say D. Okay, there is internal error. What's happening? Cannot resolve title I contents into field um, ID, thumbnail, and the title. Okay. So we needed to add the underscore here. That should be perfect. Okay. Wow, this is perfect. You can see the result. Okay, so this is actually the result. There is a Samson and Delilah. Let's check on the back end. You can see movie which contains D is a Samson Delilah, Into Darkness, Legend of Python, and the Motec Legend. This is perfect. This is what actually we wanted. So we can remove this, as I told you, is optional. So as we can remain with something very short and clear. Okay, because we are done on the back end, let's come here on the front end. So after success, and we are very sure that we are able to get the data from the backend, what we actually need to do here is now, append the div with the result returned from the backend. Okay. But before we do that, let us do something like this. So here, what we can say, okay, I can say result is equal to JSON dot parse data dot result then console log will actually want to see the result, but apart from result we would like to see the length of the result. That's perfect. So let's go once again. Okay, let us refresh. You can see the length is 4 and this is the data. And once I open up here, you can see the fields is title, video, and this is PK. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So what I want to get here is to get the fields, which is title, video, name. Yeah. So what we can actually do here is, let's try console log. So let's say console log result at the index of 0.pk. I want out. I want to try out if I can get the pk of result of an item at index 0. So let us refresh here. So let me say D. This is perfect. This is actually the pk of a data at our array at index 0. And once you come here, you can see pk is 1. Okay, and if I change here, let me say 1, you will see the pk is 2. Let's try out to refresh here, put d. You can see we are able to get the pk. You will actually later on see why we needed to get the pk of a movie returned from the backend, because at the near I mean later on you will actually need to open the movie by using id. So that's a very key thing to do, is to get the id of each movie. So I think you are enjoying the beautiful concept of JavaScript. So here the next thing here we need to do is to loop. So for val I is equal to 0, I is greater than lizard dot length, then you want to increment something like that. So let me say console log hi. Okay, after being able to do something like this, we can actually comment. Okay, so let us refresh here. We are actually unquote hi is not defined, so we need to put hi in single quote. So refresh here, hi. You can see we are able to return hi 4 times because the returned data length or size is 4. 1 2 3 4. 0 1 2 3. That's perfect. So what you want actually to do here is let's try out to return the name of movies, because if you want to return the pk of the movies, we can do something like this. Here put I, then after let's try out to refresh. So when you put d, you can see p. These are the actual let me see, 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2. What's happening? There is pk 1 2 4 5. What's this? Actually yes, it's 1 2 4 5. I don't know where it's 3. I don't care. But let's say we want to I would like to comment this. Let's say we want to get the name of the movie's title. I mean the names of the movie. Okay, so what we can do here is we can say something like this. Here, if you can see, there is something fields. So we want to get here, right? We can say fields. What is this happening? Fields, title. So we assume that you want to perform a loop which returns the name of movies. That's perfect. So let us refresh here. So when I say D, you can see we are able to get the names of the movie's title: Samson Delilah, Into the Darkness, Legend of Python, and the Motec Legend. That's perfect. So what next is to display this title of the movie at the, I mean below the search bar. And how do we do this? So we would like to comment. So what we actually needed to do here, do something like this. Okay, we can say div That's perfect. Okay. uh we can say result. We actually need this. That's very enough. After that, we need to append the div by id. So let us find the div with result .html, then pass the result. Let me show you the div with this id results here in our index.html. So this is the div. So this is our form. Below form, we have this div. So we want to append the result into this div. Let's come up here and see how this works. So when I put D, you can see the movie's title here. Samson and Delilah. Things are like magic, but we are going that way. You can see Samson and Delilah, Into Darkness, Legend of Python, Motec Legend. So we are done with this part of displaying the movie's title. What we actually need to do here is to enable user to click the link. To make this movie's title link, and once user click here, user should be able to actually watch the movie and download it. That's perfect. So we need to do something like this here. I need actually to do something like this. Right. Href. Right. Uh, Here I can say download. Plus, let's take the ID. Okay, let's take the ID here. Okay, so let me see. So let's say it should be something like this. So let us refresh. So once I put D, why? See, Into Darkness. When I put D, okay, there's something here. Something not okay. Okay, let's do something like this. Okay. After movie title here, something like this. Does refresh, put D. Why we can't display? Here, so 1 2 3 4, but here we got 1 2. No worry. Let's copy this. So if starts here and something somewhere here, so let us, it has some catches. Let's copy this. Inspect D. I don't know what's happening here. Can't really imagine why we don't get the full results. Let us see the rope here. D. Can see it's 4, but it loops twice. E. P. Okay. Okay, I'm checking out what's wrong here. Okay, here. Okay, let me do something like this. So refresh D. You can see here we are able to see 1 2 3 4, but here in lizard we can display 1 2. Means there is something wrong. Okay. There is something wrong. Let's try out to display this. Can see 1 2 Samson, 1 Samson Delilah, 2 Into Darkness, 3, but here I can see only okay. Oof. Refresh. I think this is perfect. Ah. So we are done with the part number one. So we have remained with the last part, which is actual to allow user to download and watch the movie. So here, once I open, you can see page not found. Download movie with ID 1 not found. So let us create this Django view to enable user to download. Okay. And actually this is the last part of our tutorials, because we actually don't need to have very long tutorial. Coding is not something very difficult if you choose to make it simple. So I highly recommend you don't complicate. Code easy, but be careful. Perfect. So here let me say video detail is equal to video dot objects dot get pk, right? But also our request will be taking pk, meaning the primary key of video. Then after context, this is Python dictionary. Video detail. Then after we'll need to return render request download.html. Then after pass context. This is really cool. So let us put this Django view into URLs. So here you can actually copy this. So this is going to be downloaded. Something like that. Download. That's perfect. So let us open download HTML file. So there are very few things we'll copy from, like this. Copy, paste it here, right? Copy, paste it here. I think this is okay. So we can try. So when I open, you can see this is a blank page. Perfect. Uh, Here on our index, we can comment this. Okay. You can also comment this. Let me leave this. Perfect. So here in download HTML. So here in this, inside the row, we want to display a video, right? So we're going to do a loop. Okay, so first of all, we need to check if a video is returned to the user. So if video, we need to end if, and if. So let's put div class video, div video section, right? After that, we can actually display the title here. Video.title. Okay, we can put back button. Back home. btn primal. Perfect. Okay, we need to specify the width. Height. Okay, after that, we really actually need video thumbnail. Video dot thumbnail dot urls. Source. So the video source is actually here. So the type is mp4. mp4. So after video, we want a user to be able to download it, right? So we need to put a button for user to download it. So what we can do, let's copy this. We can actually copy this. paste it here. So here we put the link of video, which is actually video.video.url, right? Download the cross outline primal btn outline primal mt2. Target is blank. So this is going to be download. This should be perfect, right? So right here we can refresh, and I think you will see the magic. That's perfect, right? So you can see the movie title is Samson and Delilah. Once I click back, I'm able to back at home. So Legend of Python, you can see the title is Legend of Python, and I can actually play, view on full screen, exit the full screen, and download it. Oh, this is HTML. Oh, what's happening? So let's come up here. We can't actually download this. So this is video URL, not URLs. So let us refresh. Once we click download once again, we are able to download the movie and we are able to play. So this actually sums up the end of this course on how you can create a movie store or a movie web application by using Django and JavaScript with search bar powered by Ajax live search. I hope this video find very helpful for you. Don't forget to express your feeling at the comment. Put comment and I'll reply. Like, share, and subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. I just to remind you, we upload the new video on every Tuesday, so don't miss out on that day. But also I want to remind you to follow me on my Instagram and the Twitter. You can check the link, my social media link at the channel banner or at the channel art. Click there, follow me. Let's be friends outside of the YouTube. Let's check out, let's exchange different ideas about tech stuffs. So let me thank you with different 6 international or 7 international language. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Muito obrigado. Merci beaucoup. Aita Kamza Hamida. I hope to see you in my coming tutorials. See you.